say hello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Sure is Good. Here we are on one of our lives. On this live, we're going to be doing a comparison between juicing and making smoothies.
Me.
So right now, I am just going to peel this grapefruit. This is a pink grapefruit. These things are so delicious. You don't need any sugar or anything on them. Just peel it and eat it like an orange. But I'm going to put it in to both of the drinks.
Yeah. So anyone who's familiar with our channel and our lives or any of our videos, welcome back to the channel. We're doing something different. We're going to start doing more lives and a combination of lives, videos, shorts.
Yeah, and I want to, just like I'm welcoming you guys back, I'm going to welcome myself back because I've been out on a vacation for a little while now. Robbie's been holding everything down, which sure is good, and she's been doing a really great job, and it's great to be back.
Yep. So while she's peeling this grapefruit, this is the blender we're using. What is this?
This is really good.
It's the Magic Bullet.
This is a Magic Bullet, and this is that blender that is very high powered. You can even put just put stuff in there, and it's really gonna break it down and just turn everything into juice.
Turn this over here.
And then over here we have, this is an EcoSelf juicer. And this is not top of the line, but it is good for juicing. And on this side, the pulp will come out, all of the pulp, the skin, everything will come out on this side. And on this side, it lets the juice out.
Yeah, we're gonna show everything better on camera.
Yeah, once we get started, now we're gonna be pretty much talking and showing you how to put things together. Because both of these appliances are very loud. So once we get them started, in the end, to just show the final product, then you'll just like be hearing all the noise they make. But trust me, the noise is well worth it. All right, so here is my pink grapefruit, all peeled.
And we're gonna stick it in there, just like this. And we have an apple
So
here.
take it in sections. We'll put it in sections.
Yeah, because it's kind of small.
We can leave the top open or leave it closed. We'll just start adding it in so it can just, smash it up and you'll see how it comes out on both sides.
Alright, so see if the camera see it. Okay, so now you can see it on both sides. This is where the juice will come out, and this is where the pulp will come out. Right here, got apple. What else are we juicing? Got the apple.
So we are going to be using.
We're making a juice with this juicer. This is the EcoSelf juicer. So we're using apple and grapefruit and grapes.
We're gonna have grapes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a wild berry, frozen wild berry blend of
smoothie.
Frozen fruit with a wild berry blend. In this blend, you have your raspberries, you have blueberries, you have some blackberries, and that is it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it has some strawberries, but no. But these are your berries, and these are really like essential for these are like your essentials. This is what you want to have in like any kind of smoothie or any kind of nutritious drink. This is really brings the power. This is where you get. This is like part of the soup.
On top too. Yep, got the juicer, and then we have a smoothie. We're gonna make a smoothie as well. So right now she's just cutting up the apple because this one has like a small opening. Like this is really small. This is like one of the cheaper juicers that you're gonna try to get as much juice out of it as possible. So
I mean, you don't have to buy a real expensive juicer. You don't have to buy a real expensive juice, and I'm really just cutting it down. I mean, I can really stick the whole thing in there, but I don't want it to spend a whole lot of time just kind of beating it around. I want it to be able to flow down into the grinder easily so that it could just, it's just not doing like a whole bunch of extra work and a whole bunch of extra time. We're all about doing things like quick and easy. So yeah, let's make it like that for all your appliances too. It helps them last longer also.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to buy an expensive one, but the expensive ones do work better.
They absolutely do. They absolutely do. But this one and the way a more expensive one will work better is it just gets more juice out of the um out of it, so that the pulp that comes out in the end,
More dry.
it's dry. It's very dry. This one's gonna be like a little bit
Yeah.
moist, more moist, and that and you can actually use it to cook with.
Yeah. Or you can use the pulp to actually you could take the pulp that's still wet, dump it back in there and go for like a second round as well. That'll get a little bit more juice out of the pulp.
All right, so
We're gonna start with the juice.
here we go. Yep, we can start with the juicer. We
Okay.
can start with putting in the I'm just gonna put like the sections of I got my mouth. Grapefruit in here. I'm not gonna really don't have to do like every single individual section. Okay. And I'm gonna put the apple in, and I'm gonna leave the apple with the skin. You don't even have to peel the apple. You just put the apple in there with the skin on it. But I did take out all of the inside, all of the ends. You want to take the core, the stems, seeds, all that stuff. I'm taking out. Now it will separate that stuff, but I prefer to take it out so that it doesn't like break it and still get like little pieces. Again, this is not like the top leading blender juicer. So we're gonna just be like a little bit more cautious. Now I'm also gonna just take a bunch of grapes. I'm just picking these now. These are red grapes. I'm just gonna pick off like a couple handfuls of red grapes, and I'm gonna rinse them off. Okay, now I already washed the apples off. I'm gonna wash off the grapes. I don't care what your fruit looks like. Always rinse your fruit off completely. Even if you don't scrub it, at least rinse it off really good before you eat it, before you do anything with it. Make sure you rinse them off really good. Now these grapes, I'm gonna pick out, because I'm picking them out, you get to see, if there's any ones that are bad or going bad. Just pick around those. Two of them I found. Just pick around them. Good. All right. Now this is filled up to the top, so I'm not going to add anything else here. I'm just going to start letting it grind up. And we have our little wand here. We're going to use that to just kind of push everything down as it goes. And it's going to go down by itself, but you could give it like a little bit of aid. And I'm just going to turn this on. It has a reverse and it has a on. So we're just going to turn it totally on. And Bobby's going to give a little push down. And now here it comes. Now it helps if you open the little hole for the juice to come out. Okay, let's open that up, and now the juice is trickling out on this side, and on this side, our little pulp is starting to come out. Pretty thick. You don't have to put like a whole bunch of pressure. We're not really chopping up the fruit here. We're not really smashing it up. We're just helping it get around it a little bit. Sometimes the way it lays in there doesn't necessarily get to the grinding part. Yeah, we're gonna reverse this.
I'm gonna put on mute real quick. There you go. Come on, finger's not in it this time.
All right, so I'm just gonna reposition these apples in here because they're just laying on top and they're not going to the side of the grinder, and that's really what's holding it up here. Reposition these apples. Okay, maybe I'll just hold them to the side for a second. Let these. All right, let's try again. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. And this pulp's coming out one side and whew, that's working. There's a squeeze it through the hole, got it all on the neck. Oh, trying to get that apple. Okay. Let's get the apples in there. The apples a little bit smaller so they can fit to the side better. Oh, look at the juice is flowing out. So now I'm gonna add some of mixed berries. These are frozen, so it's gonna make the juice nice and cold. This is gonna be so delicious. The thing about juicing is the juice comes out in more of a concentrate. It's got like it's so loaded with flavor. It'll seem like you're using like a whole lot of fruit to get, like this looks like a paste.
Like a sorbet, like a fruit sorbet.
Yeah. Woo, it's looking delicious.
They've basically made ice cream with fruit.
Ooh. Yeah. So like I was saying, the juice is it's gonna be nice and cold, and it's really concentrated. So what happens is it doesn't look like a whole lot of juice, but you can actually just add water to this juice because it's so concentrated and make the juice a whole lot more or go a lot further than what you have in your cup. This is cold and looks like I'm gonna actually taste it. Wow, that's really good. Like I said, you can use this to flavor food to make like ice creams or flavors. Just add it. And all that's in here is the fruit and like the seeds. It's fruit and seeds and whatever pulp is in there. That's what's going in. Okay. This is so good. Oh, here we go. We're moving on. Okay. All right, now we're getting down to the bottom. It's almost nothing left in here. Look at all this juice. You can put any fruit in here. These are just the fruits because this is a good, combination. So it's pretty a good variety of fruits. So that's why we're just going with these. But we're gonna turn this off now. We're gonna turn it off, and this is our juice. Whoa. This is what our juice looks like. It actually looks kind of like a beet juice. It has like some kind of, you see like the orange on this side and the red, the beautiful color red. It's like a beet juice. And I'm not gonna drink the whole thing, but I'm just gonna give that a little bit of taste. Now again, this is it's gonna have a very strong taste. So it's actually a little stronger than I like to drink juice. So I would, if I was gonna just drink, I would mix it with some water, add some water. Wow. That's really delicious. Like you get all the flavor from the fruit. You get all the flavor from the fruit. If you ate a lot of fruit, this is exactly what it tastes like if you ate a lot of fruit. This is delicious. And if you see the texture, when you juice, the texture is juicy. It's a nice full, but it's not like real thick. It's full of flavor and more on the watery side. And that's the difference. And we're gonna do a smoothie. So you're gonna see with the smoothie's gonna have a more fluffier texture, right? And that's where this using the frozen fruit is going to be a big key to that. It's going to give it that fluff. The ice retention gives it that fluff. When you don't use frozen fruits, you have to add ice to make a smoothie. But for juice, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even, the ice just makes it cold. It doesn't take on that. It doesn't give it a fluff when you're juicing.
So this is what the pulp looks like. This is as much pulp as we got. The berries is the whole grapefruit.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what we got.
All right. Strong, man. That's like drinking wine. It's delicious.
I'll take a little sip.
And this is something, unless you don't eat fruit, anybody can eat, vegetarian, vegan. I don't eat meat, so this is a great part of, making a healthy diet for me. And Bobby's vegan, so she can enjoy this also. It's a great, and adds plenty of nutrients to your diet for people that don't eat meat, or, whether you eat meat, you don't eat meat, as long as you like fruit. Now, and it's also good if you don't like particular types of fruit, because I would not normally eat blackberries because I can't deal with the seeds. Blackberries, red berries, the inconsistency with the way strawberries taste makes me not eat strawberries. But when you put them in these juicers, it all blends and just makes such a good taste. It has such great flavor. You don't it's just, you don't feel like, oh, well, I don't want that in there. I don't want that in there. The only thing that has like a really stronger flavor that makes it like really taste off a little for me would be if I added banana. If you don't like banana, I don't care how many fruits you mix some banana in there, you still gonna feel like this is good, but I could do without banana. Okay.
I'm the banana person. I can put banana with anything.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Nah. Well, I can definitely, I'm not gonna eat a banana. There's no way in the world I'm gonna eat a banana. But if I put it in a smoothie, I will enjoy it. I do enjoy smoothies or drinks, fruit drinks with banana in them.
Yeah,
but you taste the banana.
Yeah, banana definitely makes it sweeter. So if you want your smoothie to be a little bit sweeter, you could either put like fresh mango or banana. Banana always makes it sweeter. And then also, um, she's gonna show you how she makes her smoothies sweeter, even though we're using frozen fruit. Because a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say like they don't like to use frozen fruit in their smoothies because when fruit is frozen, it doesn't give off the flavor like it's supposed to, like the plain flavor. But add sweetener, and she's gonna show you how she adds sweetener.
Frozen fruits maintain they don't go bad, so they don't ever have like you're never gonna taste like oh there was a bad um blackberry in that. You're not gonna taste that. You're never gonna feel you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get a bad blueberry or any one of these fruits in here that went bad. But when you make smoothie, you you add water. You add some people add yogurt, some people add water, some people add juice, and some people add milk or different things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't add any of that, but I'm going to show you. But I do add water, and the water it just doesn't make it sweet enough for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
these grapes may help a lot.
So I use coconut water because coconut water has a little bit of sweetness, but she doesn't like coconut, so she's not gonna obviously use coconut water, but I do. So, but even if you're using coconut water, you can still add like a another sweetener to.
And even though I'm making a smoothie, I'm gonna the I'm gonna leave
Peel.
the peel on the apple. I'm gonna leave that
Chop that
apple.
up smaller.
I'm gonna leave the apple peel on because this is just gonna I'm gonna taste it in the smoothie, but it's gonna using like the magic bullet or a good blender like this type. It's gonna make the peel so fine you're barely gonna taste it.
Yeah. We just made juice, so we can also just add this juice to it. This juice is super sweet, so it'll make the smoothie sweet. But because it's all the same ingredients, we're gonna use something different so we can have a different flavor to this.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add water like I normally do, and adding the water, again, that takes away from some of the sweetness, but it allows the fruit to move around so that it can blend.
Some people also use like coconut milk, not coconut milk, sorry, almond milk, or they'll use like oat milk or something.
So what I do is I add honey. This adds to the nutritional value, and it brings back the sweetness it should have. And I'm not gonna put a whole lot, just a little bit. Now let me flip these over. I'm gonna put on top here. And I'm gonna do this in short bursts. Okay, now I'm gonna let this just kind of fall some, and I'm gonna give the motor a break because these things tend to have a small motor. They use a small motor, and the motor, like you'll smell like the smoke coming up from the motor if you just let it run, run, run. So you do it in bursts. Short bursts. I let it settle, and then I'm gonna do it again. And I can see the apple peel, so tiny. Okay, start smelling. Good color on that. Now, if you look at this, it's got the same color, but look at the difference. You see, it's got like more white in it. Like a pink. This doesn't have it, and that's the difference between the juice. It's a thickness. You putting it over here. It's a thickness that this juice doesn't have. It has a thickness this juice doesn't have, and that's from the that's from the ice retention from the frozen. I can take the top off of this because this is all done. See the froth on the top? Frothy. And let's give that a taste. Is that yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that tastes my own. Okay. That's really good. Not quite as sweet. And I have apple peel all over my mouth and seeds from the other fruits. But I'm gonna tell you, this is so good, so good. The apple peel is super healthy. This is what you want to have, and if you're gonna do this and you're gonna use these berries, make sure after you drink this, brush your teeth. Make sure you brush your teeth because if you're gonna talk to somebody, you're gonna have all kind of little black seeds all in your teeth. You're gonna get embarrassed, get your feelings hurt. Brush it, brush it, brush it. And it's good. This is for like, but it's great. You don't. It uses less fruit and has more water, less fruit, and it's not as strong. So if you have like a lower tolerance of that sweetness, this is absolutely good. But they're both super great because neither one of them has sugar. They all have the natural sweetness of the fruit themselves. They're great for digestion, breaking down your food, and they are great. The seeds and the apple peels in this will help your body digest and metabolize your food and clean your system out. So and give you energy. This stuff is really good for energy and all of that. So juice or smoothies, big difference. Both delicious. Give them a try. Let me know how this works out for you, and you can use any types of fruits, right? Just don't do like a heavy acid fruits. Like I'm not gonna put lemon. I'm not gonna do like an all acid lemon with orange and pineapple. You won't tear yourself up. That stuff is super strong, super acidy, right? Super acidic. Use the mixed use your berries. They have, if you go to the store, they have different types of mixes. They have some with pineapple, some with that, and you can also add two things to make these things super nutritious and good for your blood, good for your eyes. Add carrot and spinach. Add carrot and spinach and
I'll say carrot and spinach. Carrot can be good for the juicer, but spinach better for the smoothie because those don't have much water content in them. If you want to do more of a green juice, you'd have to use a whole lot of leafy greens. When I say a ton, I mean a ton, just to get a proper juice out of it.
Well, that's if you make it just a green. But if you just have like, some, throw some leaves, some fresh leaves of spinach in there, it's okay. And you can also like this is called amazing grass. This is a blend. This is the name Amazing Grass. This is a green blend. Superfood. Like this is where you get like heavy. It's just heavy in nutrition. It's good for vitality, immunity, and gut health. And it has in it. This is the berry blend, and it has nutrition. It has wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa, spirulina, chlorella, broccoli, spinach, beetroot, carrot, pineapple, ackee berry, and maca root. So I love this stuff. And when I and you don't have to use a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add it in here. It actually tastes kind of fruity, and I just use like a little tiny. This is a quarter cup measuring, and I use two like heaps of this, 2 to 3 heaps in whatever I'm drinking. And even if it's water, put it in there, just shake it up. And we're gonna talk about energy. You get that burst of energy, make sure, and you feel it through your body. Like I've seen changes in my body, like my varicose veins are clearing up, stuff like that. Like just they have the beet blend. Um, that's really good because I absolutely can't stand beets, but I put it in my drinks and I taste the beet and I don't like the beet, but it's much more digestible. It's more palatable when it's mixed blend. And again, like it makes a big difference. It makes a difference in your body and what's going on in your body, and you'll see differences if you use it over time. So that was. Have anything else to say?
Yeah, so we're wrapping up the live now. But check out our other videos. We have other videos where we made I have a video where we made smoothies. So there's 4 different types of smoothies. There is I made a milkshake, but it's vegan, so it's not really milk. So if you have like an allergy to dairy or anything like that, it's dairy free. You can check out that video and also some of our other videos. Watch them all, enjoy them, and we'll see you in the next video.
Try our recipes,
Mhm.
and let us know how you turn out for you, and share them
Yeah,
with others. And make sure you come back. Come back. We'll be doing more lives, and we'll have fun eating and drinking good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Thanks
Bye.
for coming. See you next time.